Hi Yuri. So for today's lesson, what you will need is your homework booklet. So most of you, if not all of you, should have this at home already. If you don't, then I'm going to show you in a second where you can find it. Let me just try and get this straight. So if you don't have your booklet, log into Firefly. Go onto resources, art, homework booklets. And then there is actually year 7, 8 and 9 homework booklets there. Click on it. You can either print out the whole booklet as we will be using them, or you can just print out the page that's needed for that day. Okay, now the first thing I want you to do is, before you start this lesson, is to type in on Google John, so it's without the H, Jon, Bergerman characters. Okay, now I want you to spend the first 5 minutes purely looking at the variety of different characters that John Bergerman has created. Okay, what makes a John Bergerman character? Well, I can tell you, first of all, a John Bergerman character is creative. A John Bergerman character is not recognisable as a specific animal or person. So if we had a little look, can I make this one bigger? Okay, so this one down here, okay, you could say that's a sheep. Okay, it's not actually like a sheep, is it? Okay, you could say this was a dog. Doesn't really look like a dog. You could say that this was a person. Again, it's not like a person. So you can take inspiration from something, but the end result should be something completely new. He has got hundreds and hundreds of different characters. Okay, I then just try and set this up. What I then want you to do is, 1 second, I'm trying to balance a little bit my phone on a tripod. It's the best way to do it. What I then want you to do is, I want you to get a scrap piece of paper, and I want you to plan your first character. Okay, the chances are, first one you do might have some great ideas, but technically and skillfully might not be that impressive because you've had to change things or make mistakes, etc. So I want you to let the creative juices flow and do it on a scrap piece first, and then we can always refine it. I want you to think about this task. I don't know whether you've ever played where you get a piece of paper and you fold it up. Someone draws the top of the head, someone draws the neck, someone draws the shoulders. I want you to create your character in that format. So the first thing that we're going to do is I am going to pick what I want the top of the head to look like. Okay, I'm just going to get inspiration from these because it's a lot easier for you to see. I quite like these ones, which are animal-like. I could give them a body like this if I wanted to, but we're going to start off with head. So I am going to go for a little bit of like tufty hair in the middle, and then I'm going to go for some ears. I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to give it some legs. Remember how John Bergerman worked when I shown you the video? He works quite free. Doesn't stop and panic that something's gone wrong as such. He just carries on and then sees what it turns into. Okay, so I've got the main outline there. I'm going to add in some more hair detail here. The one thing that everyone seems to struggle with is the features. The features need to be as John Bergerman would do. He does certain eyes, he does certain noses, and he does certain mouths. Whether it is something like an animal or a person, they are the same. So I don't know whether you can see properly. We've got kind of like the usual eyes. We've got side eyes like this, so it's a line and the eyes come out sideways. We've got eyes with a cross arm. We've got closed eyes. We've got eyes with bits of eyelid showing. In terms of noses, we've got almost like a pig-like nose. We've got some with no nose and then a different mouth. Got noses like this. So there's such a variety, but I want you to try and copy the features from a character that he has done, rather than trying to give them a realistic mouth and nose, because that will not suit his style and it won't look like a John Bergerman character. Okay, so I actually am going to go for the eyes which are quite normal. You'll also notice his eyes are never exactly the same shape or size as each other. So I've gone for quite big eyes. And I'm going to copy that in the middle, like so. I am then going to draw one of the really weird noses that he does. Just like this. I'm going to get that to come down. I'm going to get it to go up, because of a bit of a smile on the face. Right, now I'm going to change that mouth. Okay, it's fine to make changes, do not worry. I think I want to change all of it. Let's start again. Might start with the mouth. I feel like the mouth's going to give a lot away. Okay, I want it quite goofy. I think I want to give it cheeks. And I think I'm going to give it some arms as well. No, I'm not going to give it arms. I'm going to leave it like that. I don't know about that mouth. This is what I mean about deciding what you want to do. Yeah, I'm going to go for that. Okay, so then I'm going to draw that in this area. Okay, I want you to try and fill as much of the box as possible. I feel like I want to make his head a bit fatter. Bear in mind when I'm doing this demonstration, I'm thinking on the spot and I'm working a lot quicker than you. So yours could be a lot more elaborate than this, but this is hopefully just going to give you a bit of an insight into how I would do it and hopefully give you a little bit of a kickstart. Okay, I'm going to put some socks. I'm going to put still can't decide what type of eye I definitely want. I think I might just have them round like that. Okay, add some small details on. Okay, that'll do. Okay, then we're going to talk about how we are going to get the whole thing finished. If you have a little look at the details on this as well, I'm going to add some grass onto the floor. I'm going to add some raindrops. These are all little characteristics of John Bergerman, so it's just showing a greater understanding of his style. I might add a little lightning bolt behind him. There. Okay, and I want every single person to name their character, okay, because that is what John Bergerman does. He normally says there's something one, okay, but I will let you do whatever you want. I want you to name them underneath, and then I'm going to let you add some colour to it. So, for today's lesson, what colour should I go for? Probably going to need 2 lessons for this, okay? So I'm only going to get you to add some of the colour because I would rather you spend the time focusing on refining the character a little bit more. I quite like the little patches on the knees. So, first thing I want you to do is I want you to colour in the main body, doesn't matter what it is, in a very, very, very light block colour. So what I mean by that is circular motion, holding the pencil near the end. So you've got a pale colour. I'm just going to block some colours in all of the areas. So whatever colour you want the main part to be, add that with your coloured pencils. And then next lesson, I'm going to show you how we're going to add some tone into it, how we're going to add maybe some pattern, how we're going to make things look a little bit more three-dimensional. Sorry if the camera is shaking. It tends to move whenever a shade. I actually want my character to be 2 colours. So I'm going to put some colour in the middle. I'm going to put some colour in the centre. I'm going to put some colour in the middle. I'm going to put some colour in the middle. I'm going to put some colour in the centre. I'm going to put some colour in the middle. I'm going to put some colour in the centre. I'm going to put some colour in the middle. I'm going to put some colour in the centre. I'm going to put some colour in the middle. I'm going to put some colour in the centre. I'm going to put some colour in the middle. I'm going to put some colour in the centre. I'm going to put some colour in the middle. I'm going to put some colour in the centre. I'm going to put some colour in the middle. I'm going to put some colour in the centre. I'm going to put some colour in the middle. I'm going to put some colour in the centre. I'm going to put some colour in the middle. I'm going to put some colour in the centre. I'm going to put some colour in the middle. I'm going to put some colour in the centre. I'm going to put some colour in the middle. I'm going to put some colour in the centre. I'm going to So I'm just going to lightly bring up some yellow. Again, I'm not doing proper colour blending or colour shading or any of the techniques. I'm just doing a very, very faint layer everywhere that of the colour that I know. The main body is going to be kind of pinky purple. I want the eyes on the inside to be an orangey colour. On the inside of the ears to be a bit more blue. So it will give you a little bit of time to think about what colours you want where as well. I want the shoes. So it's not going to look great by the end of today's lesson. It's going to look quite faint. Not going to have much dimension in terms of the colour, but we will be adding all of those features next lesson. I just want you to have the main character, which shows creativity. I want you to make sure that it's refined. It's got all the details in it needs. It's got a clear link to John Bergerman. And then all of the other stuff where we can add in colour blending, colour mixing, we can add pattern detail and really bring this piece to life will be next lesson. Okay, right, so do the part that I've just shown you there. So as soon as you've finished this video, you're going to spend 5 minutes on the computer researching John Bergerman characters. You're going to select your favourite ones. You're then going to get your scrap paper. You are going to use that scrap paper to start your first rough draft of your character. Once you're happy with that, then you're going to apply your character to the box, ensuring that you fill the entire box. Once you finish the pencil outline, I then want you to add a very, very faint block colour to all of the areas. Okay, if you can upload whatever stage you're at so that I can monitor how far everyone's got ready for next lesson, then that would be great. Thank you. Bye.